Sandano
Nice
attack.
pass.
Cuts with a 3 by Marvin Tayon. Yes!
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, and this is the 2026 MPBL regular season. We start a brand new week dito sa city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan. Mark Meneses and the Cebu Greats coming off a confidence-building win over Batangas. They take on Miles Cañal and Basilan Steel in our first game. Cebu taking on Basilan, coming two teams na nanggaling sa magandang panalo last week ang maglalaban in our first game. Second game, Batangas City Tanduay Athletics trying to bounce back against the Abra Solid North Weavers. And in the main game, the Marilao May Kawayan Gems host the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. And it's another week of MPBL action. Tuloy-tuloy ang marathon that is called the MPBL regular season. So, Tupas kasama si Juanito Gregorio. Siyempre, makasama din natin. May third member ang panel natin. Mamaya na natin siya introduce. Magandang hapon din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube. Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Juanito, 3 games on tap. And parang swerte mga sa taga City of San Jose del Monte kasi maganda yung mga laban na mapapanood nila ngayong araw.
You know, when I checked the schedule today, 3 good games, all competitive, all wanting to get into the playoff. So, nakaka-excite ang buong araw natin dito sa MPBL.
And syempre, ang isang kasama natin na excite na rin sa mga laban natin ngayon. Miss Mika Abisamis is joining us for this one. Mika, kamusta yung dalawang teams natin? Lalo na itong Cebu na maganda yung panalo nila against Batangas last night.
Si Delphon, first of all, it's my first time here at the San Jose del Monte Gym and I'm loving it so far. And I also loved our coverage nung tayong tatlong huling magkakasama. Kaya excited na talaga ako para sa mga larong ito na pag-usapan mo nga ang Cebu. Alam mo, sabi nila, there have been comments na sinuwerte lang daw sila against Batangas. But Coach Aldrin Morante begs to disagree. Paul Desiderio begs to disagree. Sabi niya, paano mangyayari yun? Nanalo kami against Rizal, we only lost 5 against San Juan. Nanalo kami against Batangas. How could the start of our season just be luck? Para naman dito sa Basilan, their goal today ay bawiin ang confidence ng Cebu. Kailangan daw magsimula sila sa larong ito with a lot of confidence. Kaya naman, hindi biro ang mga veterano dito sa team na to. No? Nandyan si Jervy Cruz, nandyan si JV Casio, nandyan si John Wilson. And they said they have not practiced this hard in years. Intense daw talaga silang mga veterano sa practice ngayon. So makikita natin kung ano ang kalalabasan ng yan maya-maya lamang. Si Delphonitz.
Thank you so much, Mika. Alam natin you know, when you have 3 guys who have seen it all and done it all in Philippine basketball, you know that you are in for a very tough outing. You know, if you're Cebu, and you know, Cebu is coming off a win against Batangas, like we mentioned, and you know, I don't think this 2-1 start is a fluke, Juanito. The way they've been playing with a lot of confidence. I think the intensity with the way they're playing, you know, alam ko may mga veterano dyan, pero you know, they have raised that level of intensity every game na nilalaro nila.
Actually, you feel it with the Cebu team. They're very proud Cebuanos. 12 of the 15 players are actually all homegrown. And you see it in the way they play. You see it in the culture. You see it in their passion. They were down against Batangas, but kitang-kita mo na they never gave up. They slowly climbed their way up. And in the end, that final buzzer beater coming from Paul Desiderio was really a big thing for them to get 2-1 as we see the Paul Desiderio right there.
Well, they say that you know, fortune favors the brave. You know, you create your own luck. And in regards to what happened to Paul Desiderio, actually, he created his own luck dito, no? Because he had actually no business taking the shot on, and Seta Blaza was all over him. And it so happened that William Bing, you know, made a momentary lapse in judgment na tinip niya to palabas for causing that goaltending call.
He actually, kausap ko kayo na si Paul, he actually thought that tapos na, he was trying to fish for a foul, but in the end, he was the last guy to actually realize that there was a whistle in the end. And sabi nga niya sa akin, Dong, tapos na, nabuhay pa. And that's why he got 21 points and more importantly, the win in their last game.
Well, Paul Desiderio has made a living out of, being in clutch moments and shining in clutch moments. So titingnan natin if he can do that, if he can replicate that here against Basilan. No, we talk about Basilan naman. They went up against a Pasay team that I think has, has revamped, but that's really still a formidable team, especially at home. But Basilan coming away with an 82-76 win against Pasay. They, Pasay came back repeatedly, but to si John Wilson and the rest of the crew really just responding to the call down the stretch.
Well, you really feel that the veteran presence of their big names, you see Jervy Cruz, of course, John Wilson was an MPBL MVP. Their experience was enough for them to continue to pound on Pasay kahit na umahabol, kahit na kumakatok. In the end, the experience reigned over. They were able to get the win over Pasay.
We'll see if they can go back-to-back dito against Cebu. It's a South Division showdown that could have implications moving forward, especially in the playoffs kung aabot ang dalawang kupunan na to. Let's go to Miguel Pere for the starters.
For our first game, it's Cebu versus Basilan. Live on Solar Sports, TAP Sports, and on YouTube channel. Let's meet the starting fives. First, for Cebu Greats. Starting at guard number 1, Andre Armeñon. Also at guard number 18, Paul Desiderio. Playing center number 22, Simon Camacho. Forward number 31, Mark Meneses. Also at forward number 24, Dr. Fly Don Reverente. The head coach for Cebu Greats is Aldrin Morante. Assistant coaches, Willie Generalao and Lance Inco. Team manager, John Santos. Team representative, Samson Lato. Here comes the starting five for Basilan Steel. Starting at forward number 12, Tyron Chan. Forward number 1, Robin Ronyo. Playing center number 25, Miles Canyal. At guard number 10, Puroy Kantimbuhan. Also at guard number 11, John Wilson. The head coach for Basilan is Arnold Oliveros. Assistant coaches, JC Poronda, Mobridic De Los Santos, Andre Oliveros, and Jay De La Cruz. Executive Director, Matt David. Team Manager, Mon Salve. Represent.
The starting five is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Andre Armeñon, Paul Desiderio, Mark Meneses, Don Reverente, and Simon Camacho making up the starting five for Cebu. Basilan Steel naman has Puroy Kantimbuhan, John Wilson, Miles Canyal, Robin Ronyo, and Tyron Chan. Our officiating crew, Manuel Binondo, Efren Aganan, Joshua Tiberio, and John Patrick Abrigante. We're just about ready for tip-off here. I was here the last time in MPBL nandito, probably 2-3 seasons ago. And I recall the drive being quite long.
Magandang venue natin, no? And more importantly, the people here are excited for the 3 games because all the games are good.
Absolutely. The first possession for Basilan, they come up empty. Meneses fires a 3. That doesn't work. Rebounding Miles Canyal. Had a strong performance against Pasay. Miles Canyal, John Wilson. The fake, the jumper, money para kay John Wilson.
Really look at both of these fives. Both are going to play a lot of modern day offense, a lot of pick and pops. All of the bigs can stretch out the floor. And that will give more space to scorers like John Wilson eventually because they would respect the outside game of the bigs.
Don Reverente. Reverente attacks, squeezing his way through traffic. Don Reverente, that's the first basket for Cebu. 3-2 is the count. Kantimbuhan drives left. Short on the layup. Camacho with a rebound. Gets it to Meneses. Mark fires a three. It's short, 0 for 2 to start the game para kay Mark Meneses, who had 18 points.
Same result para dito kay Mark Meneses at right wing early on. He could not make the shot.
Tyrone Chan. That rims out. Reverente. Great pass by Arminion. Good recovery by Don. Balik kay Arminion ng bola. Paul Desiderio. Started out hot against Batangas. They dumped the ball down low. Camacho, nice move. Simon Camacho.
There's so much versatility on the front court nitong Cebu. You know, you have Reverente, you have Meneses, you have Camacho, interchangeable at any position, can defend anyone, and more importantly, really the strength inside from all of these three.
Oo. Yung baga, pag umatake ka sa loob, alam mo yung may kalalagyan ka.
Oo.
The play of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. That's John Wilson with a three. What a start to the season para kay John Wilson.
I know. I was just gonna say, I want to know the preparations of John Wilson before this season. Medyo parang rejuvenation for John Wilson. His stats, his game, his energy, it's on a high for John Wilson.
They go under Meneses and he makes them pay. Mark Meneses 1 for 3. Just a long two para kay Mark Meneses. 18 points and 11 rebounds in the last game. Wilson had 22 points and 12 boards against Pasay. Robin Ronyo. 5 on the shot clock. Ronyo tries to attack the turnaround. Camacho secures the rebound. Arminion looks ahead. Camacho. They go to Reverente. Has space to operate. Can't get past Cañal. Desiderio with a shot fake. Desiderio leans in. No. Tyrone Chan with a rebound.
No, both teams are actually playing terrific defense to start the ball game. Not a lot of good options for either team so far. But that was probably the first one.
Ang ganda ng pasa ni Tyrone Chan. 7-6 Basilan. Meneses. Gets it to Arminion. Arminion attacks. Turnaround. No. And Timbuhan with the rebound. Wilson. Blocked by Meneses.
Now, there's a reason they're putting Mark Meneses on John Wilson. They totally respect his outside game, the way he can score. So they're putting their best defender on the best scorer of Basilan. And kita naman natin, that length of Mark Meneses will bother a lot of shots of John Wilson today.
Chan, bigay kay John Wilson. Wilson forcing that one. Meneses is ahead. He is fouled by Robin Ronyo.
We talked about versatility earlier on, and kita mo naman, on all the switches, either on ball or off ball, there is instantly a switch on John Wilson. Earlier it was Mark Meneses on the screen, biglang si Simon Camacho na ang tataw dito kay John Wilson. So they want him to be forced to bad situations for John Wilson.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Tied at 7 apiece. 8-7 now. As Meneses goes 2 for 2. Ronyo na libre. Cantimbuan is blocked by Camacho. Desiderio got away with an offensive foul there for Desiderio. And Mark Meneses has 6 in the game.
Now, once again, it's the versatility both on offense and on defense. They're making it hard on the inside with their length. Eventually, the same bigs who made the stop were the ones who ran down.
Miles Cañal bullies his way for the 2 points. 10-9. And scoring has really picked up here in the first period. Under Arminion, Meneses. Goes to Reverente. Balik kay Desiderio. Jumper from Paul. No. Wilson with the rebound. Naagaw ni Desiderio. Arminion. Baseline jumper. No. Meneses tracks down the miss. Bigay kay Paul Desiderio. Reverente has it. Don. One-hander doesn't work. And Tyron Chan just stood his ground there. Hindi na usok itong Reverente. Ronyo for 3. Good.
Wow, that was only 5 seconds into the shot clock. You saw that Paul Desiderio was giving him a little space with the confidence of Ronyo. That was a hard 3, but it's a make Robin.
Meneses launches, and that's another miss. Basilan trying to extend the lead here. Cantimbuhan goes all the way, can't finish. Camacho. Desiderio, bigay kay Camacho, no advantage. Labas kay Meneses, the shot, in and out and in again.
I think Basilan has to find a way in respecting the shot of Meneses. They're giving him a lot of space. Pinapatira talaga. I think that's the game plan, to allow Mark Meneses to shoot the 3. But he's made 3 outside shots already here in the first quarter for 8 total points. Actually, may 9 total points.
Wilson, good line. Straight and through. Para kay John Wilson. Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Reverente inside. Count the basket plus the foul.
No, both teams really are aggressive offensively early on. Mataas ang scoring natin. Both of the teams actually has not made the substitution until now. Both teams really want to start early. Reverente actually likes this matchup against Shan. They've been trying to maximize on the speed advantage. And finally, nakakuha din ng basket si Don Reverente.
Muntis ang kanyang bonus free throw. 15 all. Casio. Jervy Cruz. That's money para kay Jervy Cruz.
Basilan has been able to maximize on the switches. So the bigs can defend the guards, but on the offense, may advantage then for Cebu to take on that versatility on their offense.
Oo. Like face up naman, lamang naman ang Cebu. Here's Bobby B. Double team. Jervy. JB Casio all day to shoot. No. It's Jervy Cruz with the offensive rebound. Reverente sends it to Denison for 3. Air ball. Meneses with a rebound. Ryan Heruela. 8 seconds to work with. Heruela for 3. It's good.
I feel that there's going to be more minutes for Brian Heruela here today's ball game. I don't see June Manzo, but with the experience, the skill, parang wala din namang magbabago if you have Brian Heruela on your point guard position.
Joshua Ramirez. Casio to Bobby B. Bumuelo. Fouled by Reverente. Parehong hulman ng laro to eh.
That's
Bobby
right.
B. Tsaka si Don Reverente. A lot of muscle. Ano kaya yung body fat ni Bobby B. tsaka ni Don Reverente combined?
Less than 16, I feel.
Parang wala kang makukurot.
Wala.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph.
Pwede mo pa isama si Simon Camacho dun.
Kaya nga eh. And Bobby B misses the second. Ball goes back to Cebu. 20-18. Caruela to Denison. Meneses has it. He'll drive and he's into double figures. Mark Meneses.
You know, each and every season, the growth on the offensive side of Mark Meneses continues to rise. Dati defender lang to eh. They play him at the 4, they play him at the 5. But here for Cebu, he's really grown into a terrific scorer for the Cebu Greats.
Caruela, stop and pop. No. Toto Villarreal with a rebound. JB Castro. Castro loses the handle to Simon Camacho. A foul given up by Jervy Cruz.
Foul number 20, Jervy Cruz is first. Foul number 3, substitution. Bobby expulsion for Simon Camacho.
22-18. Now shot time para sa Cebu Greats.
I like this matchup. Caruela versus JV Castro.
Daychong ready to provide the pick. Wawi launches. No. The tap. Jervy Cruz has it. Toto. That won't go as first quarter comes to a close. It's been a fast-paced first quarter. John Wilson finding his range early, pero sa kabilang panig, Simon Camacho and Mark Meneses combining for this 3-ball. And Meneses already has 10 points in the ball game. Camacho also contributing for the Greats. 22-18 at the end of one ng mga Cebu.
Win the game. Easy lang with Sports Plus.
In our games last Saturday saw Ilagan winning over Imos, Quezon taking down Mindoro, and Pasig debuting with a victory over Parañaque. So, yun yung mga laban natin yung Sabado. Quezon Huskers improving to 2-0. Nilagan, it was actually back-to-back wins para kay Coach Louis Gonzalez and the Cowboys.
Substitution, CJ Bayawal for Mark Meneses.
And CJ Payawal comes in to Mark Meneses.
Second quarter.
When Cebu was releasing their lineup, I actually thought that they were not going to be that big, a lot of wings. But looking at the wings now, everybody's interchangeable. At mukhang yun ang game plan pala nitong Cebu to actually have a lot of versatility, interchangeable positions. They can stretch it out. And then eventually they added Escocio in by Chong that can help out in the inside. But they like that modern day type of basketball where your bigs can play the wings as well.
I like this lineup, actually, if you ask me. And especially sa South Division where they won't, in the playoffs, they won't have to contend with an Abra
That's right.
or a Caloocan or a San Juan. But nandun din naman kasi yung Quezon na kailangan din nilang they have to challenge as well.
And Batangas as well.
Batangas, you know, they won against Batangas.
But But actually, looking at this lineup, if you're just going to talk about Quezon and Batangas, then they have the disadvantage of having Payawal, having Denison, having Camacho. Actually, they would give the bigs a hard time. Bigs like Macaloni and Manzano, that's going to be forced to defend outside. And that seems to be the game plan nitong Cebu. Even bigs like Escocio and Baichong can actually stretch it out.
Well, we'll see. Now, we have a long season ahead of us.
Very interesting.
And stream ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Ron Denison. Up and under, Ron Denison, nice move.
Even in college before, they would give that option for Ron Denison on the post. One of the few wings that was really comfortable in the post. You see it right here, one-on-one against his defender, and just a quick fake. Nakakagat itong si Villarias, and an easy basket and one. Dari kay Ron Denison.
Nice footwork from Ron Denison. Can't complete the three-point play. Joshua Ramirez is able to secure the rebound. Bobby B. Villarias pops out. Shoots over Denison. Can't hit.
Terrific defense by Ron Denison. Even on the off-ball screen, hindi niya iniwanan ang si Villarias.
Escocio, the cleanup from Wawi Escocio.
I think that's his comfort zone from all the teams he played. When he has that short range, he has a nice soft touch, and komportable dun si Wawi Escocio.
And Wawi Escocio came back last season fitter than ever.
Actually, hindi ko nga siya nakilala eh. The first time that they showed him on TV, I couldn't believe that I was watching Wawi Escocio.
And look at him running the break here. Wawi Escocio for two. Back-to-back baskets para kay Wawi Escocio. And Brian Heruela making things happen for the greats.
He was the one making the stop on one end. Was able to realize that he had numbers 1 versus 2. But Wawi Escocio still able to finish.
Should have been a foul there as well. Last break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Timeout Basilan, Cebu up by 7. Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Commissioner Emerson Oreta, Head of Operations Saudi Ria Lubit, and Head of Security Rudy Distrito. (28-21). John Wilson is back in the ball game. Campo Meta is in the game for the first time. Bobby B. Pass was not on target.
On defense still, what Cebu is relying on here, they've only forced 38% on the field goals, and that's going to be turnover number 5 para sa Basilan, and it's still making life hard for Basilan early on.
Escocio jumper won't go. Villarias short. Oh, Denison misses. And he has missed some good looks here at Ron Denison.
Actually, maraming close looks and easy looks, quote-unquote, para dito sa Cebu. Wow, Escocio with a jump shot para kay Denison doon. But you see, coach is not actually panicking. He likes the shot attempts. He likes the decisions by Cebu, and eventually siguro papasok din naman to para sa Cebu.
That Cometa, who played a vital role in that win against the Pasay Voyagers, is in the game. Jello Loristo is also in. Miles Cañal will take the three and miss the three. Denison is ahead. Makoy Marcos is in front of him. Ron backing down on Makoy. Bigay kay Beityong. Puts the ball on the deck. Payawal. Fake. Iscosio. Jumper. Got it.
All 5 guys getting a touch of that basketball. It's really the rotation of the ball, everybody getting a touch and trusting everybody on that offense. Iscosio eventually getting the finish.
9-point lead, biggest in the game. Bagsak si Cañal against Beityong. Konting girian between Cañal and Beityong. Got Cometa with a three.
That Cometa just might be one of the best spark plugs coming off the bench here in the MPBL. Every time pinapasok siya nitong Basilan, he always puts in a lot of points, always puts in a lot of energy, and his youth actually balances out a lot of veteran presence dito sa Basilan, kaya very important piece itong si Gab Cometa.
And very streaky as well, Gab Cometa. Escosio, good closeout by Cañal. Balik kay Heruela for three. He was fading away. Cometa leaking out, and Cometa with 5 straight points.
Talk about the importance of Gab Cometa. Slowly lumalayo itong Cebu. They put in Gab Cometa. He gives them 5 right away. Then they cut the lead down to 4 once again.
Escosio open, three-pointer, short. Agawan sa rebound. Payawal has it. He's fouled. CJ Payawal will go to the line for 2 free throws. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. And listen to Gab Cometa for the finish. Cebu ahead by 4. Halfway through the second quarter, Coach Alvin Morante sues for time. We'll be right back. Mabalik ang MPBL dito sa CJDSM Sports Complex. John Wilson had 22 and 12 against Pasay, rolling back the years. Former MVP John Wilson. Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Ang ganda nun, rolling back the years. You guys talked about the conditioning of John Wilson. Kwento talaga ni Coach Arnold Oliveros. Si John ang pinakauna at pinakahuli sa practice. Works out 7 times a week. Obviously, for his age, you will see his effort to actually stay and be relevant. Sabi ko, John, sa tingin mo, paano ka pa ba nakakasabay? Sabi niya, ang isang advantage ng mga veterano, oo, magaling ang mga bata ngayon, ano? Pero sa tibay ng katawan, kami pa rin siguro. You know how a lot of guys have been doing a lot of skill work lately, yung mga bata no, may better basketball, may true focus. Siya daw dati, tira mo, kuha mo, or pag nakikita daw niya yung mga bata sa result sa kanila, 5 piso daw, 5 corners, abot-abot lang. So itong hard work na nakasanayan niya, dala-dala niya hanggang ngayon, and he said, you know, I'm here to stay. So that's when it's...
Thank you so much, Mika. You know, it is indeed a challenge to be, you know, to still be the John Wilson playing at this level right now, lalo na sa influx ng young talent in the MPBL. It's not easy. I tell you, it's not easy. Nakikita natin yan with, you know, the likes of Abra, even San Juan. You know, ang dami na talaga magaling na player. But, you know, John Wilson, did not have the same season as last year as when he was with Nueva Ecija, pero kitang-kita mo, bumabalik na itong John Wilson na nakasanayan natin.
Well, obviously, really, yung makikita mo na yung trabaho niya in the off-season, nagbubunga. Ngayon, I got curious as I just searched right now. He is turning 39 in a few months, 38 right now, but he's not moving.
Wow.
He's not moving anything like his age.
And how old am I?
I think you're...
if he's turning, I covered John Wilson when he was in JRU. Manny pays the digital wallet bill for the community. I was there when he shot 48 points in one game.
You were probably 12, 13?
No. Grabe. That's unbelievable how he's stayed at this level. But he has always been a hard worker, John Wilson. And he has always been a dead shot. Had 11 points na para kay John Wilson. And he comes from a humble background, which is John Wilson. Nag-ano pa yan, nagdadrive ng tricycle dati yan sa Binangonan.
I saw that report before where he was doing that as well. Kaya mas may gustong patunayan even at this age. It feels like there's always something next for John
remember
Wilson
as well, he's also nag-ano din niya, no? He's also prepared post-career. It's always been like that for John Wilson. Parang, always calculating his next move and putting in the work to make sure that he's successful in his next move. Jello Loristo, tough angle. Pero may foul on Alvin Bechong because he's put up a lot of businesses as well sa Mandaluyong. Dati may mga car wash yan, may mga... Basta, business-minded din yan, si John Wilson.
Well, ang maganda dyan is really from the younger guys to learn from him, either his teammate or coming from another team that, there is always a limit even though he is taking care of his body at 38. You know that it's not going to be all that long and there's already a next step for John Wilson.
Ako may idol din ako na hindi rin tumatanda. Kaiser Galvez na nanonood
Ayan,
sa
isa
atin.
pa yan.
Boss Kai,
Isa pa yan, si Boss
huwag ka
Kai.
nang magselos kasi alam mo, ikaw ang, basta sa 40 up, ikaw ang idol ko. Hindi ka rin napapagod, alam ko.
Kwento ko lang, yung brother ko nagtanong, Kuya, di ba si Boss Kai sa North na maglalaro?
Oo nga.
Nag-message sa akin ng brother ko.
Oo nga, kasi may kawayan na Marilao Gems sa North na.
So, mamimiss ka ng kapatid ko, Boss Kai.
It only means one thing. Lalakas ang North.
Tama. Lalakas ang North.
It only means one thing also for Jaggy Gregorio. More touches.
Hindi na mamamasa.
More touches. That's the reigning executive game MVP. And what a pickup for the North.
That's right.
Gab Cometa, what a pickup this guy is para dito sa Basilan. Camacho, pass was anticipated well by Kanyal. Wilson gets it to Cometa, nabitawan ng bola. Gab Cometa, turnover.
Could have been numbers para dito sa Basilan. That was 3 versus 2. Nauna ng onti si Owens. Could have been a good shot for Gab Cometa pero dumulas sa kanyang kamay.
(36-32). Short ang tira ni Desiderio.
There's one guy that's struggling today. It's actually Paul Desiderio. Still at 0. 0 out of 5. Has not made the field goal. Only has 1 steal in the ballgame.
Owens had a really good stretch in that game against Pasay. Camacho attacks. A foul on Wilson.
Unahan sa pwestuhan. Good call by the referee. Not yet established was John Wilson.
Tignan natin yung nangyari dito. Camacho.
Yeah, still moving. Gonna be a charge.
Doing a great job avoiding the charge there from Camacho.
Going back to John Wilson at 38, sacrificing your body like that while already having 11 points in the ball game. 11 points and 5 rebounds even.
I like the pace being played here by both teams. actually. If there's an opportunity to run, they run the floor. They need to be patient. They are also patient.
Well, Basilan already has 5 fast break points, while Cebu has 4.
But it feels like there's more.
It's much quicker, yes. I don't think that they're counting the early break as a fast break point.
Yeah.
So that means...
Yung medyo yung secondary
yes,
break, I think we've seen a lot of shots taken right around
the first or second pass.
Yeah. But mga 15, 10 seconds, yung first good look, minsan tinitira na nila, especially when they're in rhythm. Itong dalawang kupunan natin. Wilson, crossover, loses it to Camacho. Camacho, good job there by Kanyal. Forcing the adjustment and the miss. Cantimbuhan can't get the roll. Desiderio, bigay kay Reverente. Keruela is open. Brian off the mark. Reverente tracks down the miss. Labas kay Meneses. A 3, no. The ball has been slipping out of their hands. Reverente left it short. Ball goes back to Basilan.
Helter-skelter basketball. 4 opportunities para sa Cebu. But one thing I like about Cebu, it's Reverente, Camacho, and Meneses making the stops. It's Reverente, Camacho, and Meneses also trying to finish on the other end. So it's the bigs really trying to run. But right now, they're still up by 5.
Timeout ulit tayo. We'll be right back. Mencho Serrano and Coach Warren and Coach Jerry. Bling-bling yung kamay ni Mencho Serrano.
Mikinang.
Baka sa Dubai niya pa binili yan 2 years ago. May isang araw kasi na shopping.
Oh, tama. I actually saw that.
Malapit sa outlet dati yung tinira namin dun sa Dubai nung national finals.
I saw yung mga posts na lalakad-lakad lang. Si Balti, si Encho. Mall yun, tama.
Oo. Grabe naman kasi. Parang yung laro nila dun, parang naka-shopping talaga. 2-0 agad ng series na yan. Bobby B returns for Jello Loristo. Natimbuhan, the inbound. Balukanag to Kanyal. Reverente with a steal. 2-on-1. Reverente sends it to Meneses. Good recovery by Owens. Great job by the steal to get back in transition here. Arminion. Meneses thought about it. Lumapit. Arminion. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 5. Arminion. The crossover. And the whistle going against Kanyal, I believe.
I've always liked the game of Andre Arminion. Always controls the pace well. Can shoot from the outside. A pass-first point guard. But when needed to score or attack, can always take that basketball to him. And I really feel that the guard rotation of Cebu is pretty deep with Arminion, Heruela, and eventually Jun Manzo.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Andre Arminion used to play for a lot of teams here in the MPBL. No? Nag-Valenzuela, nag-Batangas pa yan for a while.
Pampanga even.
Yeah, Pampanga. And he is a solid option always at the point guard position. Naka-extend ang depensa ng Cebu. Wilson, the fake. Wilson is fouled.
Foul number 31, Mark Meneses, his third.
That's going to hurt. There's going to be 3 fouls on Mark Meneses.
Well, Meneses fouled out against Batangas as well.
Substitution, Ron Edison for Mark Meneses.
I think yan yung kailangan ma-address din ni Mark Meneses. You know, if he wants to stay on the floor, he should stay out of foul trouble.
No, very active. You see his activity when he's playing defense. Meron lang times nang gigigil siya. He feels that he could go for the block. Well, we did see a few games where he'd get 4 blocks, 5 blocks, last year especially. But there are times when you're going up against veterans like John Wilson, they know that you would bite on the fake, and that's exactly what happened. Getting the 3rd foul is John Wilson by Mark Meneses.
39-34, Coach Alden calls timeout, 5-point lead for Cebu. (39-34) is the count. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Arminion para sa Cebu, bigay kay Denison.
Basilan in the zone.
Denison, 3 seconds. Fall away from the ball. Reverente and Malucanang.
Other words coming from Bobby Balocanag against Don Reverente. Obviously, they don't like each other right now.
Only right now. Okay, only right now.
It is a double foul.
Double foul.
Wala yung last play ng Cebu. All of a sudden, Basilan surprised them playing a zone. So it kind of deferred what they wanted to happen in the end.
So, una doon kay ano.
May wrestling.
Nag ano eh.
Pero nakatawa, yung hindi rin yan nauusog. Si Bobby Balocanag.
Pareho lang. Pareho lang.
Nag-negate, parang 0 lang. 1 to 2 inches lang yung galaw.
Coach Arnold will... It's going to result into a jump ball. Bola ng Basilan here. The possession arrow is pointing to Basilan. .9 left. Loristo with a catch. Loristo with a shot. And a miss.
Felt like a Christian Leitner play there.
Oo, buntikan pa. 39-34. As we come to a close in the first half. Cebu Greats with a 5-point lead against the Basilan Steel. We'll be right back.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even up the game. 9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game.
Win the game. Easy Long with Sports Plus.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat away pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwas
Oh yes, mga kaliga. Oras na para sa ating Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge, where one lucky participant will get a chance to take home 1 million pesos. Kilalanin na natin ang ating unang participant, si Mark Brian Noromor mula sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Alright, Mark, you'll be given 45 seconds to make a layup, free throw, 3-point shot, and half-court shot. Kapag nagawa mo yan, mag-uuwi ka ng 1 milyong piso. Alright, Mark, are you ready? 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go! Nakompleto na ang layup. Up next, free throw naman. You still have 35 seconds, Mark. Come on, Mark, you can do it. 30 seconds. 25 seconds, Mark. Ayan na. 3 points naman, Mark. Kaya pa yan. 15 seconds. Ayan na. Last 10 seconds, Mark. Half court para sa 1 million pesos. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you very much, Mark. Don't worry, good effort pa rin. And you will be going home with Sports Plus merchandise. Maraming salamat sa pagsali, Mark Brian. At sa ating mga kaliga, check out the Sports Plus Facebook page to find out how you can join. At baka ikaw na ang kauna-unahang winner ng Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na.
Steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way is going to even up the game. 9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? Wipes out! Wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Halftime dito sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Cebu up against Basilan, 39-34. And Basilan shooting better than Cebu. And Cebu having more attempts, but it's been a struggle from beyond the arc for Cebu, but they have taken care of the ball quite well here in this ball game. 9-3 in turnovers. Well, not much in the difference in the points off turnovers, pero I feel like Cebu is in a better flow compared to Basilan in this ballgame.
You know, they've had better shot attempts. Itong Cebu, they're trying to run. They've just not been able to make all of their opportunities. But one thing that Cebu has taken care of is the inside. The points in the paint plus 10 para dito sa Cebu. And that's actually one thing that is keeping them on top here in the ball game. It's their inside presence, especially led by Camacho, Meneses, and Reverente.
Now, Mark Meneses had a strong start to this ball game. Binibigyan siya ng espasyo ng Basilan na tumira. 11 points siya. Si Wawi Scotia had 6. Simon Camacho and Brian Iruela had 5 points apiece. Hindi pa natin nakikita na uminit. Ito si Paul Desiderio. So you expect him to come out strong in the second half. Sa kabilang panig naman, as expected, John Wilson with 13. Gab Cometa and Toto Villarias there. You know, he's been lacking support. Ito si John Wilson. So, you know, where will the supporting cast, you know, sana magiging supporting cast ito si John Wilson for Basilan?
Well, it's actually their bigs that has to step up. As of course we see there the fans of
Pogi.
San Jose. Itong mga to.
Yun, no? Yun.
Kitang-kita.
Mama, I made it.
We made it.
Yes.
But, you know, if there's one thing that really has to step up para dito sa Basilan, it's their bigs. No one has really produced a lot of points para sa Basilan. It's their guards that have really been putting in the effort. It's Wilson, it's Cometa, it's even Cantimbuhan and Ronyo. So guys like Jervy Cruz, Maui Balucan, and Tyrone Chan, these are guys that has to be able to show up. Para naman sa Cebu, it's the other way around. The guards has to be able to show up as well because it's the bigs that's really been making the scoring.
Desiderio trying to go to work early here. Paul Desiderio for 2.
You know, from college all the way up to the pros, Paul is a very streaky shooter. You cannot give him that early opportunity to score because when he feels it, tuloy-tuloy na yan para kay Paul Desiderio.
41 to 34. It is ang layup ni Bobby B. Here comes Simon Camacho, aggressive.
A lot of credit itong si Andre Armenion for pushing that ball early. Saw that either the big helps out on him or he has an open lane. Eventually, there was a big that helped. It gave that lane para dito kay Simon Camacho, who is struggling from the line here in today's game.
And Camacho.
1 out of 3.
This is what we did not see with Abra last season. Yung consistency ng laro ni Simon Camacho. 3 games so far this season with the greats, and he's really looking very, very comfortable.
Well, he's getting a lot of minutes. He's playing around 25 minutes a game. Not yet on the numbers-wise, 6 and 5. But here, medyo mas maganda na ang usage kay Simon Camacho. It's a different kind of ball game. He's being played more on the 4 and the 5. He didn't get this much of an opportunity in Abra, but here with Cebu, obviously, will be playing a bigger role.
Desiderio. The turnaround shot, Desiderio. That's a tough shot. Basilan here. Cantimbuhan gets it back. Balik kay Bobby B. Blocked by Camacho.
It's a third miss para dito kay Bobby Balucanag here in this quarter. The bigs of Cebu doing their job in protecting the paint and running on their offensive end.
Brad Mecca trying to be a spark here for Cebu. 9-point lead for the greats. Cantimbuhan got hit, no call. Toto for 3. Armenion with a rebound. The greats off and running. What a pass! Galing kay Andre Armenion. 11-point lead for the greats.
Andre Armenion has been controlling the show this third quarter. He's pushing the ball. He's creating for his teammates. And so far, so good here in the third quarter. They have not allowed any basket in the first 2 minutes para dito sa Basilan.
Toto Villarias misses from close range. Escosio. Gets it to Desiderio. Back to Wawi. Can't control the pass. Saves it only to Balucanag. Kantimbuhan, they have numbers. Toto Villarias gets it to go, plus the foul. He's right at the grill of Toto Villarias. Simon Camacho. Let's see if... I don't think there was a
I
foul
don't think there
there.
was a foul.
I think they should challenge this.
The only place you could look is the landing spot, which I think nasa gilid din. Itong si Simon Camacho.
Interesting.
Well, just lucky for Basilan. They have not been able to make anything here in this quarter. They made that free throw, so a good 4-0 run and just in one play, but everything has not been working for Basilan early on.
Well, it gets interesting because Toto Villarias is also very streaky. Desiderio fires short. Canyal with a rebound. Here comes Basilan. Toto loses it, recovered by Cruz. Jerby on the attack, another foul
Thanks from the
on the
back.
pass.
Might be on Mecca.
Yeah.
Now, obviously a pass ball.
Yeah, fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. What a pass. A great look galing kay Andre Arminion for Camacho to finish.
I like that there was two hesitations. It makes the defense think, papasa na ba, papasa na ba? Will he drive? And on that third hesitation, pushes the ball to an open Simon Camacho.
Inside Canyal, that's a nice play.
Great slip. You see the respect of Cebu para dito kay John Wilson. There was a switch, there was a follow. It left someone wide open on the inside. Miles Canyal able to finish.
Escocio left it short. The foul is on Jervy Cruz. Andre Arminion had a shot there, but he gave it up. Huawei Escocio.
Well, we've always known Andre Arminion as a pass-first point guard. Won't really score unless needed to. And here this quarter, he's had 2 good assists, wanting a third one. Pero all in all, I think it's already 3 assists and only 2 points for Andre Arminion in the ballgame.
I like that Cebu has a great following. No, meron silang fans lagi. No?
Oh, yes.
It's the same as in Pasay last time. 2 for 2 para kay Huawei Escocio. 8 points in the ball game. Was Waylon Ibaten of Abra.
I actually was able to hear that we have actually so much followers in Cebu because of the homegrowns para dito sa Cebu. So I'm sure that, how do you say it in Cebuano?
Anong gusto mong
Good afternoon to our Cebuanos.
yung hapon or ano?
Because I heard that inaabangan daw talaga ang Cebu because they have 12 of the 15 na homegrowns.
Oh, Mecca, masyado malakas ang pasa na yun.
That was a good intention galing dito kay Huawei Escocio. Nakita niya na nag-leak out na si Mecca, but the target on the pass was just a little far for Huawei.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Kantimbuhan goes to Canyal. Cruz on the cut. Balik kay Miles. Nandun si Arminion. Stripped from behind. Yeah, Andre Arminion has done a terrific job here. Both ends of the floor early in the second half.
That's going to force Basilan to actually adjust on their guards. Villarias and Kantimbuhan medyo hirap na hirap dito sa third quarter. So, might get a new breed of energy with JV Cash and Gab Cometa.
Desiderio spins, finds Mecca, the shot fake. Mecca takes it in, fouled by Jervy Cruz. And Brian Mecca, I like that he did not settle for the outside shot there.
Well, Brad Mecca did not get any minutes in the first half, but because Mark Meneses already has 3 fouls in the first half, he's kind of forced to play more minutes here in the third quarter, but he has given good energy. He's gotten a few points, pero mintis ang unang tira para dito kay Brian.
Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Sabihin mo nga, digital.
Digital.
Digital. Digital.
Digital. Nakakabulol din minsan.
Yeah, I struggle with that. Digital wallet built for the community. Minsan, digital talaga eh. Derby, down low they go. John Wilson for 2.
That's still the most effective scorer on the side of Basilan, from the inside, from the outside. Basta kailangan ng puntos, talagang step up itong si John Wilson.
15 puntos na para sa former MVP. Mecca is Kosho, top of the key 3. That won't go. Gab Cometa with a rebound. Cometa surveys his options, attacks right, and scores with a layup.
Very slippery is Gab Cometa because he can shoot from the outside. The players always go for that closeout, but when needed to drive, kaya rin ni Gab Cometa umatake.
6-point game. Desiderio and Basilan already over the limit. Did not need to take a slap at the ball there, pero yun na nga yung nangyari. Cometa, I've seen you do some moves like that, Juanito.
No, I just watch Gab Cometa all the time. Kaya
Yung may konting ano ka, yung may konting hawi dito sa
konting
kaliwang kamay.
yes, you actually have to, may coach na nagturo, you have to look at the hip on how it's opened, and then you have to attack it on an angle na talagang may hirapan siyang mag-recover. And if you're Gab Cometa that actually has the speed as well.
So, sobrang advantage sa'yo.
That's
yun,
right. Oh, yes.
Parang, bakit sa akin, advantage sila agad? Pag binabantayan ko, parang unfair.
Makakabawi rin.
Wilson is fouled and he makes it count as well. John Wilson.
There's only been one defender that has been successful today against John Wilson, and it's Simon Camacho. But they're not putting Simon Camacho early on him. They're waiting for the switch.
Well, Simon Camacho is their best rim protector, Cebu. So, nasa ilalim talaga.
That's right. So it's usually Mecca or Meneses, pero kahit sino ilagay kay John Wilson, no one has been successful really.
Meneses is in foul trouble. That's why he's not on the floor. 5-point game once again. Cebu can't shake off Basilan. Good challenge there. Baling kay Miles Canyal. Escosio almost the steal. Recovered by Canyal. Here comes J.B. Casio to John Wilson. Pulls the trigger. It's good.
Just little you can do if you are Mecca here in today's ballgame. You were there. You were challenging. That was the best possible challenge, but still a make for John Wilson.
9 in the quarter for John Wilson. 8 in the quarter for John Wilson. 8 of his 21. And Andre Arminion playing the fireman's role there. Kamatay sunog ang tira na yun. Nabitawan ni Canyal ang bola. Nauna si Mecca. Wilson with a recovery. And a fast break stop.
I like the recovery coming from Basilan. They're going to risk Mark Meneses here. He has 3 fouls. There's still 3 minutes in the third quarter. And what's hard is that Mark Meneses will be tasked to defend John Wilson. So he has to be very careful because he has 3.
Oh, Meneses was wide open, but good block galing kay Canyal. Wilson is free. It's good.
Na-hesitate a little bit itong si John Wilson kung meron ko closeout, but everybody was waiting for the drive. That was too open for John Wilson, especially the way he's playing today.
24 points para kay John Wilson. 12 in the period. Hesalem trying to answer. Board lang ang tinamaan. And pass broken up by Miles Canyal. 7 on the shot clock for Cebu.
Malamig pa itong si JJ Hesalem. It's his first minutes of the ball game. So, first shot, a miss right away.
Walang lumapit kay John Wilson.
Pati siya nagulat eh. On the fake, no one closed out. Too open.
It's a turnover. I wonder when Coach Adrian is bringing back Brian Heruela here. And Arminion has played the entire third period.
Well, here in this quarter, the stats of Arminion. He's had 2 points. He's had 2 assists. He's gotten 2 steals as well. But yeah, at some point, you need to give him a rest.
Yeah, 13 in Cometa.
Travel.
And yun na nga, no? Brian Heruela has been summoned from the bench to take the place of Andre Arminion.
Meron natang speaker, Coach Aldrin. Narinig right away. Ayan na, si Brian Heruela.
Minsan sa sobrang sanay mo na nag-cover, minsan may nahuhulaan mo na nangyayari.
Mararamdaman mo na ito na yung next move.
Heruela, bigay kay Meneses. 5 to shoot. Meneses gets it back. Mark for 3. And once a rebound, it's John Wilson winning the battle. JV Casio. Loristo. Casio for 3. It's good. Lamang ng Basilan.
Oh, what a quarter Basilan is playing here. Cebu actually started out better, but Basilan is winning this quarter by 7 points. They already have 22 in the first 8 minutes of the third. The last lead was 2-0 for Basilan, and that's 3 quarters ago para dito sa steal.
Oh, caught. Ito nahuli. Ito si Mark Meneses. And JV Casio on the handoff from Jello Loristo. Two-point lead for Basilan. Wilson, who's got the hot hand here, takes the 3. Good challenge by Camacho. Heruela looks ahead. Hesalem, good closeout by JV Casio. Heruela attacks middle. Brian Heruela gets the roll.
Yeah, on that third pass, after the swing, everybody was late to recover on Brian Heruela. He saw a good driving lane, able to attack, and able to get a basket is Brian.
Loristo inside the paint. Draws the foul on Camacho. Brian Heruela right here. A little resistance from Gab Cometa. Great turnaround here. 16-6. Basilan has outscored Cebu in the last 5 minutes of this ball game. Cebu led by as many as 11 in this quarter, 45-34, and led by 10 at 50-40 kanina.
The only
5:21.
The only lead of Basilan was actually 2-0 here in the ball game, so that was their first lead back after the 3-pointer by JV Casio.
Desiderio, well defended by Makoy Marcos. Last shot time para sa Basilan. Ronyo attacks. Loristo to beat the buzzer. He does.
That was a broken play for Basilan. Wala nang pupuntahan. The screen did not work. The cutter did not work. Loristo just going outside, but there was... Paul Desiderio was confused if he was going to help or he was going to stay with Loristo. That gave him just a little space. And with the ability of Torizo to shoot from the outside.
Well, Loristo missed a buzzer beater in the first period. But eto, he hardly missed in this quarter. John Wilson, 11 of his 24 coming in the third canto. He's got it stuck in automatic right now, Wilson, as Basilan goes into the fourth with a 4-point lead against Cebu.
Steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even up the game. Each nine in the final moments of the game, and they make magic. Wipes out, wins the game.
Win the game. Easy Long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Magandang hapon mga kaliga. We are in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Kasama ko si Juanito Gregorio, si Dev Tupas po. Kasama din natin si Mika Abisamis. Ang ganda mga kuha ng ating mga cameraman. Nice shots. Ganda ng pag-transition ni Direk dun. Shout out sa'yo, Direk Freddy. And GP Jeff. And Robin Ronyo opens the fourth with a 3.
Everything going on the side of Basilan. Actually, they didn't start the third quarter well. But after the 5 minutes, they really just ran out 26 points in the third quarter. And that's actually yung last 5 minutes, yung mas mabigat doon para sa Basilan.
Can Cebu recover here? Herhuela gives it up to Meneses. Good luck for Mark Meneses. It goes down.
That's something they missed in the third quarter. Mark Meneses was in foul trouble. He could not play the first 7 minutes, but now, medyo naginit na ulit. Itong si Mark Meneses could provide a lot on their offense.
14 points para kay Mark Meneses to go with the 4 rebounds. Jello Loristo loses the handle. Jump ball. Possession pointing to Cebu.
A lucky break for Cebu. This is a chance for them to cut into the lead as we see this kick out coming from Brian Herhuela. You like that the point guards of Cebu are really able to create for their scorers.
Meanwhile, let's bring back Mika Abisamis.
Mark Meneses, tubong Pangasinan. I remember interviewing him then as their homegrown alongside JR Kaasi. I would ask him the same question twice kasi hindi talaga siya nagsasalita. And I also remember he won Best Player of one game. He was parang nininervyo siya sa interview, no? But not anymore. You are right, when it's every season he improves. Last year, he would give me 2-liner answers already. Pero kanina, full sentence na. He is grateful to the Cebu greats for the trust. Actually, meron mga naging offer din siya before the start of the season, no? But he would like to give back to Cebu that one thing he has gained from them that offers could not give him sa ngayon, no? And that is confidence. So that's when it's...
Maraming salamat, Mika. It's, simple lang ang mga hinihingi na player. More than the financial gain, more than the the benefits. It's sometimes it's just giving that player confidence, and kaya nandyan pa si Mark Meneses. He could have gone elsewhere.
That's right.
I think I would consider him if I was building a team, but Cebu has really given him an opportunity to shine.
Actually, it's last year where he was given a lot more burn. Mas marami siyang pagkakataon. Biglang pumutok itong si Mark Meneses. So I think he's just giving it back by going back to Cebu. Even though he's one of the few players who is not Cebuano, he's just happy to be there.
Stop it! John Wilson! 26 in the game.
I mean, at this point, what else can we say about John Wilson? He's just playing a terrific ball game.
He's unconscious right now.
And he was the one who made the stop here.
Sabi nila, dito nagdidepensa si John Wilson. Di totoo. Fake news. Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Ganda ng salaksak. ni Don Reverente. That was good now. He saw what I did there. You heard what I did there, huh? 65-61. 7.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. First of 3 in this heavy Monday schedule that we have here in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Another foul drawn by Simon Camacho on the drive.
Oh, JV Castro actually surprisingly will be used early para dito sa Basilan. No, we're more used to JV Castro be playing later on in the fourth quarter, but looks like JV Castro will be needed as a veteran guy who can make the shots for Basilan here.
Camacho at the free throw line gets the first one to drop. Ganda ng matchup nito. I think they're gonna see each other down the road, Juanito. Extreme ang subok at kompleto ang plans since brand ng Pilipinas. Itong dalawang koponan na to.
I do like the matchup. Iba yung physicality. Ang ganda ng balance ng mga bata tsaka veterano. And I like the chess match where also both of the coaches are trying to read what's happening. It's not just talent over here. It's talent, experience, and basketball IQ.
Meneses. Yes.
At this point, you have to fully close out on Mark Meneses. I think the game plan earlier was to let him shoot. But that's already going to be 5 outside shots para dito kay Mark Meneses.
16 points para kay Mark Meneses. And his stroke, his shot mechanics are so nice. But this guy's nice as well.
John Wilson,
29.
10 out of 13. He's not just scoring well, he is doing it at an efficient clip. Itong si John Wilson.
Reverente, push shot is good. 8 points para kay Don Reverente. Great game here. Castro for 3. It's good.
No, we talked about the outside game nitong Basilan. It's what is keeping them alive. They have made 14 3-pointers. That is plus 11 against Cebu.
71-66. Desiderio to Reverente. 8 seconds to work with. Heruela, down low they go. Meneses, nabitawan ng bola against Robin Ronyo. JV Castro. Jerby Cruz fires. Yes, sir! Basilan with a flurry of threes here in the second half. The Steel have taken over. 8-point lead, Castro, and now Jerby Cruz finding the mark from beyond the arc.
In the past 2 minutes, that is 4 made 3-pointers para dito sa Basilan. And don't look now, they're up by 8 in the final 5.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. After leading by 11 in the second half, the Greats are now staring at an 8-point deficit, falling under the weight of this barrage, 3-point barrage from Basilan. 14 of 30 from beyond the arc for the Steel. 3 of 25 for the Greats. Heruela makes his move. Heruela gets some space. I thought he had a shot there. Ryan Heruela.
I was looking at Simon Camacho. It's like, wala siyang ibang option but to give it to the sealer in Simon Camacho. But that was terrific defense.
And Coach Arnold being convinced not to challenge the out of bounds already. Desiderio has been cold and he continues to struggle. Paul Desiderio,
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10 after And a 21-point performance against Batangas. Heruela not happy with the call at all.
He might get a technical for this. He is not happy with that whistle.
And Heruela, good sportsmanship shown by Miles Cañal and Brian Heruela.
Warning number 13, Brian Heruela for sportsmanlike behavior.
Cebu is still in it. By no means they are.
I said a lot of basketball.
A lot of basketball time to be played. Wilson, turnaround shot won't go. Heruela to Meneses, fires a three, off the mark. Reverente. The top, Heruela, bigay kay Desiderio. Reverente ran out of space there.
That's going to be a step on Don Reverente. I mean, everything really picked up on the side of Basilan. Even their defense really up. Better movement. They're closing down on the inside. They're forcing the outside shots more often para dito sa Cebu. And in turn, it's giving them good results. Cebu has only made 3 3-pointers here in today's ball game.
And it looks like we will check kung meron pang further sanction here, but we will be right back.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung bayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to player. Visit www.sportsplus.ph. Hanggawan sa bola. Cometa, Cañal, and Reverente down on the floor. It's a backcourt violation.
Good hands by Don Reverente. He knew that the angle was just too hard para dito kay Miles Cañal to even move, and he forced a turnover alone.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Jersey to Miles down low. Oh, foul on Miles Cañal.
Pushing foul on number 25, Miles Cañal, the second.
Only the second foul on Miles Cañal.
40 to shoot.
Meneses attacks baseline. Meneses too strong on the layup. Tapik na kuha ni John Wilson.
Not the best angle para dito kay Mark Meneses. Too deep. That was a good send baseline by John Wilson.
Cometa showing us the handles. There's a switch here. Cometa, change of pace. Blocked by Camacho.
Block number 4.
Here comes Reverente. Reverente looking for Meneses. Gets it to Paul Desiderio. Back to Meneses. The door shut on the baseline. Desiderio on the swing. It's good.
Huge three. It's a big three para dito sa Cebu. He's been struggling, especially the past few possessions. They've been scoreless for at least a minute. But now Paul Desiderio cuts the lead para dito sa Cebu.
Cometa. Shot clock down at 8. Cañal lost it.
Should have been a foul, Miles Cañal.
Yeah.
He's been struggling.
Grabe rin yung depensa nito ni Don Reverente kanina pa. Bonito.
They're forcing Miles Cañal far out. And when he gives up that basketball, nagta-turnover itong si Miles Canyan. Let's look at the defensive numbers right here para sa Cebu. You look at Don Reverente, he's had 4 steals here in the ball game alongside 7 rebounds and 8 points. Simon Camacho on the other end has 3 steals and 4 blocks in the ball game. So these two are making life hard para sa Basilan.
Pahinga muna si Miles Canyan. Balik si Tyrone Chan. Basilan protecting a 5-point lead. Eruela picks up his dribble. Meneses, here's a switch. Sends it to Eruela. 3-pointer. Masyado malakas. Rebound. Toto Villarreas.
It's a good line para kay Brian Eruela. Just could not get in.
There's a switch here. Jervy Cruz. Full denial by Eruela. Angle on the pass. The help from Camacho. And the block from Camacho.
It's going to be block number 5 for Simon Camacho.
Desiderio gets it to Meneses. He launches. And not a lot of lift on that shot from Mark Meneses.
Also not a good angle for Mark Meneses.
Casio on the reverse. JV Casio.
Oh, that was too deep para kay JV Casio. There was help, there were hands up above, but he just had the right English. Saktong pectus para kay JV Casio to extend the lead to 7.
8 points. Para kay JV Casio, natapik.
I like the guards that's being played here by Basilan. You talk about JV Casio, John Wilson, Gab Cometa. Even an up-and-coming guy in Gerard Wilson is still not playing. But look at that.
That's vintage JV Casio.
And he's going up against 2 of the best defenders here in the ballgame, in Reverente and Camacho. But the timing was perfect for JV Casio.
Well, Basilan not out of the woods yet. Cebu has been, I think they've been settling for a lot of 3-pointers here. Juanito dito sa fourth quarter. Talagang sinusubukan nila na makabutas sa 3. Desiderio again. No, Meneses puts it back in.
One of the few times, that's one of the only few times they were able to get an inside shot.
16 points para kay Mark Meneses. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Wilson. Up against Meneses. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson for 3! Wow! 32 in the ball game para kay John Wilson. And that could be the dagger here. What more can you do if you're Mark Meneses? Between the legs, crossover, step back, and a bucket para kay John Wilson.
Terrific defense by Mark Meneses, but there are days that there's good defense but just better offense, and exactly what John Wilson did. Lamang ng 8 itong Basilan.
Cebu down by 8 with a minute and 34 remaining. Meneses gets it back. And it's Wilson. Wilson with the strip. Wilson. Previous career high of John Wilson was 34 points He is 2 points shy of that output. Castro to Jerby Cruz. Castro gets it back. Dangerous pass from Jerby. Natapik ni Camacho. Camacho on his way, fouled by John Wilson with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining.
Not the best option on the side of Basilan, but they were able to use as much as 20 seconds on the game clock. So this is still a 3-possession ball game, even without the best offensive set there.
Camacho missing on the first free throw. Only 2 of 7 from the line to see Simon Camacho, but a game-high 5 blocks. Misses both. Last touch to Mark Meneses.
Gonna hurt for them. That was opportunities for them to cut this into a 2-possession ball game, but the struggles continue for Simon Camacho. It is his Achilles heel here in this game. 2 out of 8 on the line.
(79-71). 61 seconds remaining. So bola ng Basilan. Basilan calls timeout, leading by 8 with 61 seconds remaining. We'll be right back.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung maigang pagpahal. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang
It's an 8-point lead for Basilan. They have possession of the basketball. MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Yapco Meta breaks the press. Meneses dinikitan si Wilson. 32 in the ball game for Wilson. Takes it strong to the cup.
One of the few times that John Wilson forced it on that time. Good help by Simon Camacho to get the block. But only 40 seconds remaining here in the ball game.
And Meneses, 2 free throws coming up para sa kanya. Free throw shooting has been a problem for Cebu. They are just shooting 60%. Meneses perfect so far, 3 of 3. 3-point shooting has been the big difference here. 48% para sa Basilan, 15 of 31. Cebu only 13%, 4 of 30. 6-point game, 2-possession advantage for Basilan. They trap Cometa, he gets away. Jerby Cruz, Robin Ronyo, Wilson, now Cometa. Now fouls to give Cebu. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Cometa inside, Ronyo, short. Chance pa dito ang Cebu. Reverente, Meneses gets it back to Reverente. 10.8 in the ball game. 4 ang lamang ng Basilan. 10 points para kay Don Reverente.
Well, Basilan might not have been able to make a shot there, but they actually used all 24 And they actually was able to close out on the 3. So even with 10.8, this is still a 2-possession ball game in favor of Basilan.
We will be right back after this time.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig ang pagmahal. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay wag
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Meneses to Reverente to trim the deficit to 4. Pero Basilan poised to take the win here with 10.8 seconds remaining.
And Cebu only has 2 fouls here, so let's see what their game plan is.
Ronyo looking for a teammate. And that is off. Simon Camacho.
There is a review on the last out-of-bounds play.
9.5 seconds remaining.
And all Basilan needs to do is to be able to inbound this basketball. A turnover would give a big hope on the side of Cebu.
And they will review this. Our officiating crew.
Yeah, one crucial factor is Cebu only has 2 fouls.
Oh,
So if they're gonna play the foul game, they need 3 more, which is gonna take so much time off of the clock.
we need to defend this inbound. Jervy Cruz has it fouled by Paul Desiderio. 2 more fouls here.
Frustration foul na rin yan kay Paul Desiderio. You know, after coming off a Player of the Week honor, all of a sudden today, he is ice cold. Itong si Paul Desiderio.
JV Casio, some crucial baskets here. They needed every bit of his 8 points sa larong to.
I said like how they play him, just a good 2 minutes, goes to the bench, then keeps him fresh.
Wilson bounces it off. Desiderio.
What understanding of the game itong si John Wilson. Almost a 5-second violation already para sa Basilan, but on the last second, just decides that I need to get this in.
Wilson to inbound. JV Casio gets away. Wilson gets it back. A chance to match his career high here. John Wilson.
At the line, shooting 2, John Wilson.
Last time he reached 34 points. Oh, he misses the first.
Now he knows it. Natawan na lang din si John Wilson.
Previous high was 34 against QC while he was still playing with the South Cotabato Warriors. 1 for 2 for John Wilson. 5-point lead for Basilan. 4.2 seconds remaining. Cebu Greats call timeout. We'll be right back.
sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na.
5-point lead for Basilan. 4.2 seconds remaining. Cebu has possession. We'll see what they can come up with here. Wilson playing safety underneath. Wawi is Kosho. That's the story of the ball game for Cebu. 3-point shooting has not been there for them.
Same attempts for them.
Yeah,
31 attempts.
in contrast, Basilan was scorching hot from beyond the arc.
15 of 31 para sa Basilan. 48%. That's just too high if you want to win a ball game. On the other end, same attempt, different kind of mix. 4 of 31 naman para dito Cebu. You know, Cebu actually was able to attack. They were able to get the inside, but the outside game of Basilan was the biggest factor for them in getting the victory.
So it's another Player of the Game award para kay John Wilson. This is win number 3 for Basilan. Back-to-back wins. And the third Player of the Game award para kay John Wilson. He finishes with 33 points on 11 of 16 shooting. Also had 9 rebounds and 2 steals. 80-75 ang ating final score. Basilan improving to 3-1. Let's go to Mika Abisamos.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, John. Sa larong ito, marami kaming nakita sa'yo. Nagbaba ka ng bola. 7 out of 10 ka sa tres. At ang paborito namin, nakita ka namin dumepensa. But, John, at 39, you had 33 points today. Gaano pa ba namin katagal makikita ang ganitong John Wilson?
As long na nag-workout ako, kasi yun naman din mga sabi ko sa mga teammate ko. Pag nag-workout pa ako, sinisipat pa ako, I'm ready to play.
Napakaganda. John, sabi sa akin ni Coach Arnold kanina, no, iba ang nakikita kong paghahanda dito sa mga veterano ko. Si JV, si John, si Jervy. At nakita namin yon sa larong ito. No? Nung dulo, humabol pa si Jervy ng tres, si JV. Ang ganda rin nung laro niya. Sa dami mong malalakas na teams na nasalihan, John, ano tingin mo ang potential nitong Basilan team na to sa Season 8?
As of now, sabi ni Coach Arnold, one game at a time. So, yun nga, doon lang kami mag-focus. Kung makapasok kami ng playoffs, hindi blessed kami. So, para sa amin, overachieve na yun, makapasok kami sa playoffs.
Maraming salamat. Mga gusto mong batiin at pasalamatan.
Una napasalamat ko kay Lord sa bigyan ng panalo namin. Sa wife ko, sa panganay ko kay Lilis Jana, sa bulso ko kay John Wilson Jr., sa biyanan ko na sa New Zealand, mama, papa, ate Jack, ate Jen, sa mama ko, nanay ko, sa tatay ko na sa kabilang buhay, mga kapatid ko, si May, si Dabay, kumpare ko, Team Chrysler, si best friend, San Caroni, si Francis, Franciano, kumpare ko, hindi ko nababate, si Paring Mario Gigante, si Raymond, si Boss Alvin, si Boss Roland, sino pa ba? Sa mga hindi ko nababate, sa mga teammates ko, credit sa mga coaches na laging pinag-aandaan namin every game. Yung sa mga hindi ko nababate, maraming salamat. Kay Papa, sa Pasig. God bless.
Maraming salamat and congratulations to John Wilson. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Si Delphin Juanitas.
Thank you so much, Mika. As John Wilson finishes with 33. His previous career high, by the way, his career high in the MPBL is 44, which he set when he was still with San Juan in a win over Pampanga. Up next, it's the Batangas City Tanduay Athletics testing the mettle of the defending champions, the Abra Solid North Weavers. Magbabalik ang MPBL dito sa city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas.